Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I'm bringing you the season finale of the Braxtons. Season 2. I don't know what episode it is, but it is the season finale. And I hope it is the series finale, okay? Honestly and truly, I hope it's the series finale, okay? And it was 2 hours, okay? So, if you are new here, welcome, welcome. We do reviews here, okay? And if you're returning, this is the Diva Nation. And welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, child. Okay, this is your crazy cousin, okay? Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And we will begin. Okay, I got something on my... There we go. It was a hair. All right, so listen. This was 2 hours, okay? 2 hours. The first hour was Tawanda's wedding. And literally, I wrote not even a paragraph on that wedding because I could care less, okay, about Tawanda and Lace Front, okay? Okay, all right. And I do not subscribe to calling Tawanda anything more than Tawanda, only because I suffer from alopecia, so I can't talk about her bald head because I got one up under here too. Okay, but Lace Front I can't talk about. I can't talk about. Okay. So then the next hour is about the little sister retreat. I wrote a little more information on the sister retreat. Okay. But anyway, we got Tawanda's wedding rehearsal. Miss E said she blames the dad on why Tawanda and Trina are 15 months apart. She said because he was greedy. I think that's what the response she wanted. So I'm just gonna give it to her, that little laugh. Okay, yeah. I don't really want to think about Miss E and Michael Sr. You know, doing it. So we'll leave that alone. The wedding day. Tawanda and Andre's son. What's his name? I think his name is Braxton. Okay. He will not be in attendance because he just graduated from the Navy. Okay. All right. He just graduated from the Navy. Good for him. And it is Tawanda and Andre's son. Okay, she keeps saying it's Tawanda and Sean's son. No, it's Tawanda and Andre's son. You keep saying your kids are Sean's kids. No, we know that they Andre's son, Andre's son and daughter. We know that. I don't even know why you keep putting it up there. Okay, we know you said he was a good father. So stop trying to take him out as a father. Okay, you said he was a good father. You said he wasn't a good husband, but he was a good father. So you better leave him alone. Not that I'm taking up for Andre because he was a shitty ass husband, but you said he was a good father. So we're gonna leave him as that. All right, so let me see. All right, so then Tawanda bust out crying because of Tracy. Yeah, she was howling because she just felt the presence of Tracy. Good for you and good for Tracy. Hey Tracy, you know what my sister was named Tracy who just passed away. So I ain't gonna say nothing I ain't gonna say nothing because I was doing that around her birthday was in October, so I was gone too. So I get it, and I ain't even gonna act like I don't get it. All right, so Tawanda and Lace Front got married. Coco Brown was in attendance because that's the only person I recognize. So they take pictures, and then Vaughn has a health scare motherfucking again. Okay. Shit. So he got to go to the hospital. Okay, just him. You stupid. Okay. He got to go to the hospital. Okay, so they told him he got a potassium of 7. And the potassium is supposed to be from, I think, 3.5 to 5.5 or something. And he got a potassium of 7. And if you know about, I'm a nurse. I'm a 30-year nurse. So I know. So he literally could have had a heart attack at the wedding. He could have had a heart attack. Okay. Because if your potassium too high or your potassium too low, it's critical. Just like if your calcium too high or your calcium too low, critical. Okay. So yeah, he could have had a heart attack right then and there. So of course Trina got to leave again. Poor Trina. Emotional damage. She got to leave again. Okay, to take him to the hospital. And so they admit him. I don't know if they admitted him or not, but they gotta give him some K-Dor or something. I forgot what brings the calcium down. So then yeah. So of course Trina's absent at the reception. His doctor telling him, apparently he in congestive heart failure and early renal failure. So he could be on dialysis. So he had to go there three times a week to get hooked up to the machine. So, because his kidneys don't work no more. So they got to literally take all of the toxins out of his body on the machine and take the toxins out of the body. Then they put the clean blood back in there. You want that? You want that, Vaughn? Okay, y'all. You keep playing with your little with your health. That's fine. Anyway, so that was the end of the first hour, because I could care less about anything that was going on in that wedding. So Tawanda and Lace Front got married. Okay, so they go on their honeymoon. The sister trip in Malibu. Okay, so Tawanda's not there because she's on her honeymoon. I don't even think Tawanda was gonna be there anyway because she don't like Tamar. Okay, because she jealous. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. So Tamar brings a blow up doll for Tawanda, and it's like, and the blow up doll always got food in her mouth. I don't know. So that was cute. Tamar. So Tony eating a biscuit with a fork, and Tamar was like, you married Birdman. Is that what they doing? And so then Trina breaks the fourth wall, was like, and looking in the camera. Oh, I'm sorry. That was my alarm. Trina breaks the fourth wall, looking at the camera and stuff. And then Tony was like, well, I'm not comfortable talking about my relationship. And then Trina over whispering, talking about, are we talking about that? Obviously not. You breaking the fourth wall and stuff, but they don't really have a fourth wall anyway, because the showrunners is up, they all up in the camera and stuff. So I don't even know if they really got a fourth wall anyway, because they all, the producers and the showrunners and stuff, they all up in the cameras anyway. So I don't even know they got a fourth wall. Whatever, y'all. So then they talk about Trina. She got high blood pressure because she's overweight and she got stress. Okay. Yeah, I understand. I understand, because I got high blood pressure because I'm overweight and I got stress. Oh, I understand. And it's in my family, so you probably got a high blood pressure because it running your family too. Okay, it running mine, so it probably running yours too. Okay, so you just gonna have to manage it with medication just like everybody else. Okay, Trina. But you overweight and you got stress. It's okay. What's her name? Got lupus. Tony got lupus. Shit. And she got heart conditions. Okay. You can live with high blood pressure. I do. Okay. Anyway. So then they go to the sound bath. The next day they have a sound bath, right? So Trina like, I don't want, cause I'm a Christian and all. You know what? That shit get on my nerve. That shit get on my nerves. It ain't. You ain't even praying to nobody. Okay, I don't understand why Christians get so uptight about sound baths, about tarot card readers, about anything other than Christianity. I just don't understand that. They doing little thing. They just want you to relax. And that's what you need, Trina, because you already stressed. You got high blood pressure. You need to relax. I don't understand why you so against little sound baths. They just want you goddamn relax. Shit. Why you so goddamn uptight? Because you a Christian. I don't think Jesus cared about that kind of stuff. He probably was into it too. What in the world? What in the world? I just don't understand. I just don't understand why is it so like, it's so many religions out here, and we all praying to the same God. What in the world? I don't know. But that irritates me. That irritates me. You ain't got no open mind about new things. She was like, I don't know who they praying. They ain't praying to nobody. They just want you to relax, Trina. Yeah, that's what they do. They just need you to relax. Okay, that's exactly what they need for you to do. Anyway, so they talk about how what's that child name? Trina live out in Braxton, but Tamar said she's live in South Carolina, but Braxton is a little a ways from Atlanta, so but she live out in Braxton, and and so they don't. They don't really want to go visit her because she lived too far. But also, Tamar said that they would come to her house every Sunday, and they would have fun and sing karaoke, and they cook, and and things like that. And she was like, Trina's whole neighborhood was over her house. And they have a good time, but then Tamar, after she got the cease and desist letter, she said that she sent a text message to all her family, all her sisters, and saying she didn't want to be bothered with them. So that's probably the reason why Trina didn't come back. Because you said the letter to say you don't want to be bothered with her no more. Okay, I mean Tamar. I mean, come on. I understand you was upset about this cease and desist, but come on. So maybe this was a little storyline though. So she said she sent the cease and desist, because she got the yeah, she got the little cease and desist. Then she sent a little text message that she didn't want to be bothered. And so then they started recording the show. And then they said, well, you said you ain't want to be bothered. And then she said, well, you said you sent the cease and desist. Who sent the cease and desist? And then she had to go through the whole family to find out that Michael sent the cease and desist. And so it was none of the sisters, but she got to blame the sisters. Because we got a little story. We had a little storyline. Okay. We got to blame the sisters. Okay. I honestly don't think it was supposed to come to what it came to at that dinner table. I don't think it was supposed to come to that extent. Okay. But it is what it is. I think this may have been the storyline, okay? Because after a while, I think everything is a storyline, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so, but even though Trina didn't send the cease and desist, it did come from the family lawyer. And I said, and Michael allegedly, which we already know he did, sent the cease and desist because she asked for Trina's attorney, and then Tony gave the address. Even though Trina knew Tamar's address, but apparently Tony gave the address. Yeah, and she said, but when she gave the address, she didn't know what it was for. Okay, so then Tamar apologizes to Tony for accusing her. Okay. And so then, but Tony, come here, baby. You should apologize. Remember at that table, and when you said that you didn't want what's her name? Ashley? I think her name Ashley to be on the show. You didn't tell that to Tamar. Okay, but then you said in the confessionals that you did say that to Tamar. You should apologize for that, because now that you remember that you said it to Tamar, but you gonna say that you never said that to Tamar. Yeah, you never said that to Tamar, but now that you remember, you should apologize for that, for lying or just not remembering that you said that to Tamar. You should take accountability for that, Tony. Okay. So Trina, of course, says, "What are you going to take accountability for putting your hands on one of your sisters?" Tamar said, "I put my hands on you put your hands on me, so that's the reason why I put my hands on you." So then Tamar was like, you want to see? So they bring out a laptop. Okay. So they bring out a laptop for her to see. Now, they was like, this thing is 20 minutes long. So Tony was like, can we fast forward? But so the showrunner brings out the laptop. Trina asked Tamar, have you seen this footage? She's ignoring her. Tamar, have you seen this footage? She's still ignoring her. Tamar. And then she was just like, okay. OG, has she seen this footage? And so OG was like, nobody has seen this footage. Then Tamar gonna say, Trina, you are so nasty and so rude. I'm sorry. I had to put that Nene in there. That Nene, so nasty and so rude. Okay, but anyway, my bad. All right. So she was like, Trina, you are so nasty and so rude, and you are a liar. So Trina called her a liar in Spanish. Okay. And so then Tamar gets mad because she really don't know what the hell she said in Spanish. So she clap her hand. Trina, what you mad at? What you mad at? And she said, why you dislike me so much? You call me a bitch in Spanish. She said, you 50. And Trina said, I am 50 and a half. And Trina said, I called you a liar. You called me a liar. I called you a liar. And you put your hands on me. Tamar said, you put your hands on me. And so Trina said, I didn't touch you. Yes, you did, Trina. Yes, you did. Okay. Now that put a batter in Tamar back. Talking about, you ain't touch me. You ain't touch me. You ain't touch me. And everybody knows she touched her. But now because Trina said she ain't touch her, now Tamar just already, oh, you ain't touch me. You ain't touch me. Girl. So Trina said, my hand grazed her shirt. It was not passing a lick. I agree, because she said that she passed a lick. Tamar said that Trina passed a lick when she separated them, and so she got her lick back. However, and then Trina said in the confessional, you need to take accountability. This is in the confessional though. You need to take accountability for my hair being pulled and me being kicked. All right. So what I saw, and this is what I saw. Everybody, you give me a difference. If you saw something different, let me know in the comments. This is what I saw. I saw Tony stand up and Tamar standing up, and they in each other's face. Trina comes in. She pushed Tamar out the way. She ain't pushed Tony out the way. She pushed Tamar out the way. But so she just got in between it. Okay, so this Tony here and this Tamar here. So she got in between it, and she moved Tamar out the way. She didn't move Tony out the way, but Tony is this tall though, so I don't know why she ain't moved Tony out the way. But then she moved Tamar out the way. Then she turned to Tony and talking about, you a superstar, you this and that, you this and that. You know, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing this, you know. But and so then that's when the hair got pulled. And I don't know when she kicked her. I ain't see when she kicked her, but everybody says she kicked her. I don't know when she kicked her, but I saw the hair being pulled. Okay. So what I'm thinking is like, when she moved Tamar out the way, and then she gonna talk to Tony talking about, you a superstar, you superstar, you superstar. Tamar was like, bitch. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, but Tamar superstar too. Okay, so I was just like, you pushing, you push Tamar out the way, and then you gonna talk to Tony like you a superstar, you a superstar, you a superstar. I would have got mad too. Okay, I don't think I would have pulled her hair and all that other stuff, but I don't know what rage Tamar was in, but she did move Tamar out the way. Then she go talk to Tony like she a superstar. She a superstar. She a superstar. And she go just move Tamar out the way like, bitch, fuck you. You ain't shit. That's what I'm on. Please tell me. We can get in the comments and you tell me what you saw, because that's what I saw. Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. So anyway, all right. So, but I don't think that she should. I think she should have been mad, but I don't think she should have pulled her hair, pulled a wig off. You know, thank God, you know, she ain't pulled the wig off, but she pulled the wig, and you know, she kicked her. Like I said, I didn't see where she kicked her, but she could have, and that's what everybody said. But Tamar was like, you know, everybody does wrong. Okay, everybody. Tamar was like, well, everybody does wrong, but when everybody wants to say I'm the blame when everybody does wrong, okay, and I can agree with that. I can agree with that. She Tamar said in that moment I felt attacked. You know, I couldn't get a word in edgewise. You know. But there was no excuse for me to put my hands on you. And there was no excuse for you to put your hands on your sister. There was no excuse for that. I totally agree with that too, Tamar. Because, you know, because I'm always rooting for you, Tamar, because you are my Pisces sister. But you do a lot of shenanigans. Okay? And I have said that since I've been reviewing the Braxtons. You do a lot of shenanigans, Tamar, where I can't root for you. Okay? Okay? You do a lot of shenanigans. But I would have been pissed off too if my sister moved me away from this little confrontation that my other sister, my oldest sister, got in my face, and she and you move me away, but you gonna tell her she's the superstar. She a superstar. Yeah, I would have been mad too. Okay, I ain't gonna say that you shouldn't have been mad. Okay, but you shouldn't have tried to take your sister wig off, or definitely kick her. Okay, but Trina said I don't receive that. Because I didn't put my hands on you. Well, you did. But it wasn't like, you know, you got your lick in. You just moved her. Okay, you ain't get your lick in. But you did put your hands on her. Okay. So I'm not taking it back. You take it back because you put your hands on me. Tamar said I take it back. Now what? That's right, Pisces. That's what you say. I take it back. Now what? And then Trina couldn't say nothing else. But I take it back too. That's right, Pisces. That's what you do. I take it back. Now what? That's a form of manipulation. I am acquainted with, okay? That's a form of manipulation, Pisces. Anyway, Tamar said, I don't want to do that anymore. But then she said, but some relationships, Tawanda, she was naming Tawanda, but she didn't name Tawanda. But she said some relationships won't be resolved, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, her and Tawanda. Yeah. Well, you know, Tawanda's going to come back to you real soon when she find out that Sean don't have no money. When Sean don't have no money, she'll be back. I'm sorry. Oh, that's trifling. She'll be back though. She'll be back. Don't even worry about it. She'll be back. I see you on Brazilla's Tamar, your career coming up. Good for you. Yeah, Tawanda will be back, baby. Don't even worry about it. She'll be back. All right. So they bring out the champagne. Everybody's yeah, okay. Everybody okay. So then they go to the next day they go to breakfast. They Tawanda having pretzels at breakfast because Tawanda is the blow up doll. And so then they show all the scenes where they're laughing, as sisters and stuff like that, and they're really trying to get back to that sisterhood and things like that. Miss E, I need for you to go back to these people that put your veneers in and try to get them to fix it where you don't have a lisp. Okay? I love you, girl, but I'm sorry. I love you. A woman. You are not a girl, but I love you. Can you go back and get your veneers fixed so you don't have a lisp? Because that irritates me. I don't know if it irritates anybody else, but that irritates me. But anyway, that was the show. Okay, so give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.